It's day 31 of one Zentangle a day, and I can't wait to show you today's Zentangle inspired art. So I'm just going to get this intro thingy out of the way, and then we'll jump right in. Hey, I'm back. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to change things up a bit today and ramble through my thought process on this piece. Now, the author printed an outlined letter for this lesson, and I liked that idea and thought, I'm going to get out the light box I got for my birthday. Here I am demonstrating how I don't actually own any circle stencils or a compass or anything like that. So I'm making do with a roll of pink glitter duct tape. It's hard to get things perfectly centered using this method, but it's certainly better than me trying to freehand a circle. Now this part right here is where having that dot grid on the sketchbook pages comes in really handy. I can rough in a reasonably straight grid here without having to use a ruler or anything. And this part is where things get kind of scary. It's pretty common for me to like the way a tangle is going, and then I hesitate before adding a new element to the page because I know there's going to be like a 90% chance I'm going to hate it. Just keeping it real. It's not all zen all the time, at least not for me. But this didn't turn out too terrible. Anyway, these bits that I'm adding, I guess, qualify as the crescent moon pattern with some flair thrown in, because I realized at this point I hadn't done much to embellish the other two patterns, and that is kind of the whole point of today's Zentangle. Filling in these little areas turned out to be a good decision. Things were looking kind of boring because tonally, everything was so uniform, and now I'm finally getting a little something to stand out on the page, which is always good. Okay, and I'm already going in for the shading here. Overall, I feel like the art is unfinished today, but I realize that if I don't start shading at some point, I'll be editing video forever. In fact, that's the case with a lot of the art in this series. I have to find a place to wrap it up because these daily lessons aren't really meant to be all-consuming projects. I have to remind myself constantly that this is a sketchbook for practicing things I might want to use later. It's not finished art. Not everything has to be perfect. In fact, nothing has to be perfect. So I wrap up the shading and take some final still shots, and that's when I realize I'm not satisfied with how that E looks on the page. So I got my camera back, all sorted again, and went around to double up the lines on the outside edges of the little bubbles for the E. And doing that after laying down a ribbon of graphite actually worked pretty well. Putting graphite over black leaves a layer of shiny silver a lot of times that, will wash out the contrast in your piece. And that's fine too, if that's the effect you're going for, but it usually is never anything I'm trying to achieve. And there you have it. You can see it now side by side with and without the border around the E. I think it pops better now. What do you think? That's it for today. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Also tap that bell icon if you want to be notified as soon as I post new stuff. Thanks for watching.